CK having that Blink Dagger available, right? Even if Clockwork finds the perfect hook shot, can you burst the Zeus down fast enough? It'd need to be like a TA blinking on top of you, Melt Strike, Timber Saw, hook shot in, Whirling Death, Chakram to dead, right? And you've only got, how long's clock's done? 1.5 seconds to do it? Seems kind of risky.
What is kind of the build with the techies nowadays? Is there an item build that you feel like is more common compared to others?
I've been seeing like 1 point in the reactive taser, funnily enough. I'm not sure exactly what it provides all that much in the lane. I guess it feels decent against the Chaos Knight with a lot of the harassment that you're looking to go off. But to me, I think it's just spamming out the sticky bomb. You just want to be able to try and stay as far at range as possible, especially against Undyne. I don't think you can afford to like put yourself in harm's way too early on into this. So maybe it's going to be like 2 point sticky bomb, 1 point blast off, and then look to go for a kill.
Oh, I'm being surrounded. He just veers away. Like, yeah, but I don't really want to fight a Timber at this stage, so see what we're going to get out of the trade. Jimmy might be able to secure the rune. In fact, it's Irving that gets it. We will have a 3-for-1 in the favor of Bright to start us off.
You think it's going to be Bright or Cactus?
I think Bright.
Because?
Because I think they have some Templar Assassin issues. And I also don't know what a tech is, Dino support. I think they have a lot of damage on Cactus. I'm just concerned they're lacking some stuff with like team fight and stuns. So
stuns,
we'll
yes. I totally see you there. It's going to be a very important game to get like a decent timing on the Basher for sure on the Ursa, but it's not like TA's. I guess she is kind of mobile, right? But they've got decent damage over time. The real point to be scared of TA is like Blink BKB. It's like, well, what are we going to be able to do against her? So let's see. Can Butterfly Effect look to try and win this lane? To be able to harass out.
Top lane, Doom might go down. They got a 2-second stun from the Chaos Bolt, so beautifully done. Great start to the lane. We were saying that. I mean, CK is a very, very strong laner.
They put Undyne bot as well in this Clockwork top. Oh, Irving slightly off the mark with his Timber Shade there, but at least keeping them away for now. Again, the important thing is just to get Irving up to that like level 3, maybe level 4, but level 3 is the important one, just so that you can be spamming out that Timber Chain off cooldown.
Maybe it's nice as well to have the Shadow Demon dump bottom with Irving to help make stacks, because I think the Timbers that we've seen like have a really good time. He's top lane again. Another kill. This time it's going to be onto Fish King's Techies. I think the Timbers that we've seen have a really good game is when you enable him back in the jungle by making ancient stacks. So, of course, Shadow Demon, one of the best at doing that.
Yeah, for sure. But I just don't think they can do it yet. You know, like he's still in this precarious position. I mean, it's very important that they got those 2 kills up top. Obviously, CK, you want to dominate the lane. He hasn't put a single point into the Chaos Strike yet. So if he didn't get those kills and was just not able to sustain as much, then it would have been putting him in a really rough spot. But the fact that he's been able to do it, now he gets level 3 off the back of all of that additional experience and net worth, and they might even be able to get one onto TZY here. Block actually turns around and hits, surprisingly enough, trying to push him back maybe. Ooh, the bomb
enough?
No, just level 1.
We will quickly touch on mid because I do think a lot of the side lanes can have some action. Just between the two, they're both going to be farming. There's not really much that they can do to slow down each other. Butterfly Effect should be able to easily CS. Phoenix as well should be fine. So more we're looking at the level 6 when Butterfly Effect has the Thunder Gods to have some involvement in some of the side lanes as well.
And that's when you're really worried about the top side in particular, I would say. You know, it's a lot of burst damage. You might not be able to get off that that magic wand in time if it's just, you know, the sticky bomb into the blast off into the Thunder God's Wrath might be enough.
Guess we got to keep tabs then on the raindrops on when they're picked up around that level 6 timing for Butterfly Effect, because that's definitely going to help out with his ultimate, and the side lanes are doing a lot of damage as well, magic-wise, so...
It's pretty important for Heart to have it, right? Like, you're not worried about the sticky bomb spam as well in that lane. That's going to be the main thing pressuring you out, and then you're just going to be able to win off the back of this Chaos Strike trade.
Phoenix in trouble.
Oh.
Yeah, they've been able to burn the refraction thanks to Jumi. Oh, I don't think they stopped the damage with the banishment. Might be enough to keep him alive a little bit longer to get towards the tower. Detection, there's the lightning bolt, but it gives him time for the refraction to come back up. Sticky bomb's going to be off the mark, and now Fish King actually might be in trouble, and Zeus is in trouble instead, and Doom gets solo killed, and Undying might get Jumi as well. What the hell is going on across the map?
Action everywhere. I mean, I was thinking with that Melt Strike, oh, you sure you want to do that? Maybe could have eaten a Tango a little bit before, but like you said, gets him into that next use of the refraction. They are also able to get a bit of a D-ward happening in this mid lane as well. And while that top lane was going fairly well for the CK, you've got Imitator, who's going to be able to start to build up some stacks for his boys as well. I want to say inadvertently... Oh, no, actually, they were trying to stop this camp from spawning just for the Doom. They had an Observer Ward there next to the hard camp, so... Now, 5 minutes in, they won't have that same luxury, although can Clock look to try and save his CK if needed. He's getting run out a little bit, but he's going to look to reset the lane instead. Looking to path around for any vision inside of the triangle. Jumi scouted out just a single stack so far. Ends up popping, and they'll know it's around.
Importantly, they did block up both the cams and drop a ward, though. So they will have ways to contest it, or maybe at least just soak up some experience.
But they'll know, right? Like, if he's coming from that direction, there's nothing really that a level 3 Primal Beast is going to be doing. He wasn't buying an energy booster, so Undying. He's just got the 1 Sentry Ward queued up at the moment, but I really want to see him buy another 2.
Should get confirmation now, yeah. Meanwhile, Phoenix going to be able to pick up a haste, which could be a kill onto Fish King if he wants to go for it, but nonetheless, he's able to get a refill in the bottle out of the Templar Assassin. But we're going to be keeping tabs now on the side lanes. Butterfly Effect does have this Thunder God's Wrath at the ready, so cautious how deep you want to make the attempt. Top, Clockwork. Running for a little bit low. Doesn't seem like it's still enough, though, to blow him up. Now, Techies actually is going to be in some trouble. Heart, with that early use of the Phantasm, because the solo kill on the Doom, Heart is a really high level.
I really wasn't expecting that. And, you know, the Phantasm to be able to come out that early without Zeus having, of course, the effect, the ability to nullify that lane just off of the Arc Lightning. He still needs to stay mid. He needs to make sure Phoenix isn't farming. That is going to put him in a rough spot. Doom, he's level 5, though. About a quarter of the way towards level 6, so he'll be looking to try and pick up that Doom itself. I think this is a sort of game where you need to get a little bit more active as they get a play down there. They landed the blast off.
It looks like there was already a couple of Fury Swipe stacks as well in the Timbers. The reason why someone was able to blow him up through that silence duration. We do see the difficulty, though. That can happen when the Timber is level 6, so Summer might look to get this next wave and then leave the lane?
Possibly. I mean, he's got Tango's purchased. Could look to just bring out to him. They're actually going to look to go for a play.
Yeah, he's got the Enrage to work with. As soon as it's used, Irving's going to look to play his distance. He's going to be forced to TP Jumi down. Silence will stop the chase. Phoenix is coming down off the back of the haste rune as well. They're going to be cautious. But just turn to the supports instead. They would have loved the juicy kill onto the Ursa. But it looks like more than likely both supports will go down, although the haste has expired from Phoenix. He's going to be a little bit too late to get the DD, although might contest Butterfly Effect because the wraparound's going to be there from Imitator as well.
He's got the lead.
Can he look to play around with a Heavenly Jump? Some distance away, and it looks like that is enough with the trap on cooldown from Phoenix.
Ooh. He was going for a cheeky play.
Bottom, Irving, once again, blast off. Summer should be able to bring him down throughout the silence duration. Very nicely done, 5-second duration. Lost with that level 2. And wait, Jimmy's take. Oh, okay.
Just go for a bit of a steal. I mean, the reason that they went for that play is because they knew that the Shadow Demon was back making that stack. And, I mean, they saw that that was the attempt that happened. Then they looked to try and take it themselves. And, well, they still got a kill off the back of it, even though you ended up feeding one over to Phoenix as well. And yeah, now he knows it's not that safe to be able to play around this one anymore. He'll even build up his own, or try to build up his own stack.
It might turn again on bottom. Gonna be off the back of the jump in from
just
the
TP back in, Irving.
And he doesn't get enough distance away, so this bottom lane, wow, very impressed with Techies. He's been really the big turnaround every time he's landing that blast off Summer. He's able to stay on top of some of the enemies with the slow follow-up afterwards, so they are doing a very good job to enable the Ursa this game.
I mean, it's incredibly solid against both the Shadow Demon and the Timbersaw this game. Even the CK, right? Like, you're not necessarily needing to use a lot of the spells, but just the AoE damage that it provides is going to do a lot against that Phantasm. Don't even need to worry about the Zeus solo to take care of it. Oh, they're going heavy into the Magic Burst. E-Blade already queued up by Butterfly Effect. They are going up against a lot of physical, and, well, Phoenix is going up against a lot of magic. Still haven't seen a Thunder Gods yet, and it's going to be a bot rune, Arcane rune. Looking to try and protect it a little bit. Summer even leaving the lane to be able to give him a little bit of assistance.
Fish King should go down bottom lane. Irving's going to be rewarded with a kill, so much needed gold. Given over to the Timbersaw, they have shoved the Ursa out at bottom, but it seems like Summer is very happy with how much net worth he's gotten off the back of the first 10 minutes of this game. I mean, he's pretty much just needed one more component now towards the Battle Fury, so he's going to pick that one up at a great timing.
Jumi comes back down bottom, not quite at level 6 yet. Going to be very important for him to get that one again, just to provide a little bit of that extra lockdown for these elusive heroes, like the Timbersaw in particular. But it's always going to be, can we find Undying first? That's always going to be the question. And he's sitting right behind Irving on that Shadow Demon. Pretty high level himself, level 7.
Oh yeah, wow.
Certainly makes things easier against the... I think Imitator took the turn.
Top lane, Heart. He's in a lot of trouble here. With Butterfly Effect nearby, they should have plenty of damage to be able to get the kill. Now, Imitator's going to go down as well by the looks of it. Meanwhile, the battle is breaking out down bottom as well. Jumi was trying to find the angle onto the Shadow Demon, but wasn't able to catch him out before the banishment. But that's huge. You're able to slow down this Chaos Knight, who was starting to build up quite the streak and quite the lead.
Ursa even leaves that lane again on the bottom side, though. Every chance that he gets, Phoenix is just pushing in that mid wave as much as possible. He's actually rushing into the Desolator instead, so it's going to combine fairly well together with the Minus Armor coming through from the CK as well to be able to quickly take out any heroes that get picked. Of course, their pick-off potential is fairly solid if they've got a Clockwork. I'm really wanting Heart to look to go into a Blink Dagger after this Echo Saber is finished up. Don't think he necessarily needs to go BKB, not this early.
Do you feel like the current status quo of this game favors anyone in particular?
I mean, a TA that's farming is a happy TA, right? That's always the way that I look at things. And they haven't really done anything to be able to disrupt her. They blocked a couple of her stacks, but she still picked up a triple ancient stack, a double hard camp stack, got a solo kill.
Top lane. Able to just catch out TZY on the TP out, but the double Warstorm, they're getting range for the Reality Rift. He can. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're wrapping around. This is a great angle with the wrap here from Cactus. They're going to be able to catch out though off the back of this. They're going to try and target down with the Timbersaw at the moment. Undying. Oh, the silence. He's still going to be able to get the banishment off. Is it enough to get Irving out of danger though? This is a long duration silence. Irving trying to paw the way through the tree line. It will go down nonetheless. A couple kills occurring across the map. Butterfly Effect is granted another one as well. So in the end, 2 for 2. Not the worst.
Not the worst at all. They're thinking that free bounty rune for Butterfly Effect to be able to pick up, refill the bottle. He's closing in on that E-Blade. That's going to be a big deal. You know, being able to pick off anyone except for the TA just because of those refractive charges cannot be underestimated. Even just looking to set up the cogs there, Imitator realizing that they're continuing this push on forward, and finally they're able to get rid of this cliff ward so that Phoenix can continue to farm relatively uncontested.
They're going to smoke, actually. So still without the Deso completed, though, off the back of the smoke.
They bring the CK as well, just to be able to protect that power rune.
Well, the hook shot's going to be on the mark. Catch out Jumi, force Butterfly Effect to leap away. So like you said, they're going to be able to secure the power rune. And it looks like they want the T1 tower as well, which is a big timing because with how close they are to the Deso, it's going to open up Roshan. Butterfly Effect, he's really vulnerable. Ghost Scepter's going to be activated, but it's just going to buff up Irving's damage. And now they try and jump in on Fish King, but he's just going to feed his life away as well. And that is now Desolator completed, and they might be able to consider Roche. They've also got max out Reality Rift, so even more minus armor.
Yeah, certainly a possibility. I mean, they haven't used the Doom, they haven't used the Thunder Gods, but you're all around. You may as well make the most out of this opportunity.
What's call going to be? Just farm and summon, of course, with the Battle Fury. Well, he's actually going to TP in. They want to try and take this away. Imitator's in a pretty good spot to scout them out on the entry. But maybe Dire strong enough to fight. They'll just blow up Jumi to start. It's going to be TZY. He'll get the stun. Can he be able to find the Doom angle, though? Looking for the opportunity. Will now use it onto Phoenix. That's the Aegis carrier. Phoenix doesn't care about having the Doom on top of him. Irving's still going to be pretty cautious, though. An aggressive chain into the middle. But he's going to be able to reposition safely. Phoenix, he wants some revenge, though. He's going to struggle about catching up. And we see what happens inside the fight. So when Butterfly Effect goes completely free, he gets a triple kill and the most amount of damage done.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear it in your voice. You were like, what the hell are you doing, TZ? While you're going in, you're dooming a target that probably doesn't need to be focused at this stage, but you capped it off perfectly. The Zeus just wants to be the last target focused down. He was nearly at 0 mana. That's how much he was able to just free cast during that fight. And that's the exact sort of situation that you want, especially picking up this early E-Blade. No one has a deep BKB right now. This is where you're going to be at your strongest.
EV top, unfortunately, Phoenix going to be too far away to be able to grab that. Now, bottom lane, they are very isolated. It's just two heroes. And can they play this aggressively?
They're coming.
They know the Enrage is on cooldown for the moment, but like you said, the reinforcements have arrived. It's going to be down to the control to hold Irving into place. And with the shard from Techies, they should be able to do so. Beautifully done. And now Hart, he showed himself for a split second. Oh, the Butterfly Effect, that's an aggressive jump and a buyback out of Irving. They need to get something off the back of this, and they should be able to. Summer's caught out. TZY is going to be dragged inside the cogs. The other remaining, the forces should be okay. Oh, they got him. Really nicely done. Imitator. Wait, right. Okay, I guess you're happy with that. All right, so it's another crazy game. 35 kills, 17 minutes in. Got a buyback out of Irving's Timber, so that really puts him down in the net worth.
Seeing as well, like, you would have got about a level and a half off of that CK kill as well on the Primal Beast, so feels pretty happy with that. All that solo XP going to him. I mean, CK, I think he's just... I still think that the Blink Dagger is probably a slightly better option, just because I don't think they have good counter initiation at this stage, and you've got the ability to burst down this Zeus, especially with TA having the Deso, having the Dragon Lance, having the Blink Dagger already. You can connect onto any kind of Blink stun that Hart looks to bring in. So I feel like the BKB might just be a mistake, because it's going to delay it out long enough that you build into some of these support items. Maybe you get a 4-star on one of the supports.
Well, one of those supports on Dire, though, is going pipe, and once Imitator picks this up, it feels like you're going to be very comfortable continuing to run down Cactus. And that pipe it's going to mitigate so much of their damage. So you're going to have that. You're going to have a couple BKBs. I'd like to see them maybe chill out for a little bit until they get this one. It is a little bit away, though. So, I mean, a lot away. That recipe is a lot of gold, actually. I forgot. So they won't really have the luxury of waiting for that one. will be a big item
Phoenix is so
nonetheless
strong,
to address
though.
Cactus. Who's he got? Oh, he went shard. Okay. I like the
Feels
shard.
nice.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of it early on at this stage. It's a good wraparound once again. Jimmy's gonna kind of act as the person to protect Summer. Get that interception on the smoke, so Summer will have plenty of time to be able to TP out. The shard is also a huge burst to Zeus. A hero that's going to be relying on his positioning to get that jump away. They're eyeing up bottom. Imitator's going to see TZY. Now, Fish King's nearby to maybe protect him. We'll see what the blast off is really able to do. Gets the stun onto 2, but simultaneously the Chaos Bot was there as well. They're a little bit hesitant though on Dire, and that's going to mean that TZY can get the blink into the tree line. So Fish King does a great job to just give some valuable seconds so the Doom was able to escape.
Time for the Doom to escape. TP is being forced down towards the bottom side of the map. I guess this is a fine place for them to be playing at this stage. TA is actually going for a nullifier for herself really early on into the piece again against an Ursa. Always feels nice. Okay, you can dispel the reactive taser, so that feels pretty good too. E-Blade. You just want to be able to burst down that Zeus. Sophia's fairly solid.
Is the build we're seeing on techies like item build wise kind of common? The 8th lens E-Blade after the he's got Kaya, so I guess that's built in the E-Blade, but is that kind of what we see after the Aghanim Shard?
For mid, yes. That's typically the way that they look to do it, but I still feel like the value of the things like Force Staff is going to be pretty huge this game. I know you're going to go into an eventual Nullifier, and even the Demonic Purge doesn't feel that great, but if you could just look to reposition before those heroes are in place, because they're not the ones that are going to be making the initial jump. It's still going to be CK, once he's got that Blink Dagger, making the jump. He's gotten into a Mage Slayer first, though, but again, I feel like this is just securing him time to get the Blink.
Top lane Irving. He's got Undyne nearby. And Phoenix has activated a haste as well, so he's going to be able to connect incredibly fast. The Timber will more than likely go down, but it's just a question of how much do Radiant lose as a response to that. You'll see that Doom's going to trade his life and Jumi as well, but they're not done just yet. Phoenix, he's still got a little bit of the haste, and oh, look at the hook shot. Imitator from downtown stops the escape. Beautifully done. The read from Dire that they could connect fast enough and still protect the Timber.
The dieback on the Timber Source, so he's going to be out of commission for quite some time. Really solid positioning from Undyne this game, though, hasn't it been? I mean, he's going into the Demonic Cleanse from the Aghanim Shard. I guess that's just going to be to prevent the Ethereal form onto whatever target gets attacked, even just a little bit of a heal as well, I guess, against the Doom.
So I actually wanted to ask you this next question. Do we know if the blast-off stun is purged? Because it says the blast-off is dispellable, but I don't know if that includes the stun now with the shard.
I mean, it would act the same as all stuns, I'm assuming. Like, strong dispel, sure. Soft
Sure,
dispel,
okay.
no.
Oakley dokley. Phoenix wants a Lincoln's pretty close to it as well. So eventual control from the Ursa with the Abyssal Blade. Maybe limited, the Pulverize, the Doom ultimate as well. So they're in a very strong position currently for Team Bright.
Yep.
Building up quite the lead and getting a lot of items picked up as well. And seems like it's just a question of, can Cactus get these items by the next Rose spawn?
They're nowhere close. That's the issue. Like, Doom is about to have the shard. Doesn't feel like it's a big game changer. The Ursa's about to have Blink. That's really the only big item to come through for them next. Whereas you look over on Bright, they got a Blink Dagger coming up at 200 gold. You've got a Linked Sphere now finished on Phoenix going into the Nullifier next. You've got BKB coming in about 1,000 gold. You've got Pipe coming in about 500 gold. You've got Shard coming in about 500 gold. So lots of stuff coming very shortly. It's basically just keeping control over this Aegis Pit, making sure you're not losing it for free against an Ursa lineup, and getting into that next item for yourself. You can just using the creeps as your bomb destroyers.
Yeah, it's kind of cool actually. Very well done from Imitator. See, it is a long row spawn though, so little bit more time to be able to find their farm. I think the one... Ooh, very close.
Yeah,
the one
aggressive time.
thing I'm worried about is Summer's item progression. You compare that between... I mean, if you want to compare it between the carry, then you're 2,000 behind, but really, like, the win condition on the TA, it's not looking ideal here for Summer, so...
Yeah. They feel like they can go with this Blink Dagger on the CK.
It's going to be... Yeah. All right, well, we'll still go down nonetheless. They would maybe hoping that the Roche was going to spawn pretty shortly with the pick off of them. Onto anyone, I'd feel.
It's not BKB. You don't want to be popping it right before a potential Roche.
Whoa.
They have no vision of that? No, they have the TA trap in the...
they might go now. With Techies down for 25, that's a big pick off. TZY's going to activate a defensive BKB, but Phoenix is dealing a lot of damage from afar. Summer's going to see an opportunity to jump into the middle, but he's going to be caught. Ooh, Summer! Oh my god! Look at the damage, and now he's on Butterfly Effect as well. Ghost Sector's going to be activated. The jump's still available. Zeus going to get back to the safety of the base, but Jimmy will not be able to have the same fate, and that's enough gold for the pipe now for Imitator.
And the BKB and working towards the nullifier. This is the power of that Blink Dagger that I was talking about, right? All you needed was a little bit of that catch. Honestly, on both teams, obviously CK has the stun as part of his kit. And, well, Ursa, he's going to need to get that Basher ASAP. That is going to be what potentially turns this one around. The downside is, unless a fight somehow goes catastrophically for Team Bright, they're the ones that are going to be able to claim that second Aegis.
Yeah. And we see how they're posturing now as well for Bright after that kind of little skirmish win for them. They've got a great ward, all traps on the entry points to that high ground, and another pick-off now. So Fish King's gone. That's going to be a free Roche, I think, without the techies to connect. And now with this Aegis, the map is going to shrink. You've got traps everywhere. You've got wards everywhere. It's going to be so difficult for you to be able to get out of the base.
They're doing their best. I mean, Primal Beast has a Blink Dagger. First item, Blink Dagger on Primal, just to be able to get that Blink catch. Again, that's what they've been lacking, but they were able to push out that mid lane as well. Roshan finally going to spawn with the Aghanim Shard on it. I mean, honestly, it feels like any one of these heroes could take it. SD's obviously got... actually, might still be SD. He's got Glimmer Cape coming out to him instead.
Fun then. See if they're going to be able to claim Roche beforehand. BKB's just to help secure it. The jump in, TZY finds the Doom. There's going to be no follow-up though. Tim is okay for the moment, and now, oh, Summer just gets blown up even through the Enrage. And now TZY, this could be an early GG. With the status of this game, they are just running through the team fights, and it doesn't even look close.
And they should see the DD bottom as well for Phoenix to be able to pick up. Can look to bottle it right before the push up onto the high ground. They didn't have to use the glyph previously, but top tower's being whacked into. Should be able to get some double value out of it when this next creep wave looks to join in. It's honestly at the stage where you should be pushing two lanes at once right now. Like, maybe they're just going to let the creeps do it, cut the wave up top, and just put all of their attention onto that mid lane. Even bots pushing in. Got to get some value out of this glyph. Low. All right.
Middle tower has fallen.
Just objective to the next one.
Yep.
There's nothing that is going to stop Bright. Ultimate's on a cooldown.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, they've got a deep ward there as well.
Undyne's on the front line. So they're going to be able to get the kill into the Shadow Demon. Imitator's ready to jump in, and with the double damage rune, they should just tear apart the Cactus members. Do you have to respect how deep you go inside their own territory? Looks like they're happy with the kill onto TZY, who's feels like a squishy support at this stage of the game with how much damage they are doing on Dire.
Yeah, the massive Pidus certainly doesn't help things. And
Heart. Oh my lord.
yeah, that's why Blink Dagger is a good item.
Yeah, Blink is quite the item. Ooh, all right. And they're just, yeah, they're out the base. Summer and Butterfly Effect want nothing to do with the defense. But it might be a full setter, maybe tier 3 mid. I mean, they still have a glyph. They have TPs, yeah. Zeus has his, Ursa does as well. I ain't gonna stop though, brother.
Even the shard now finished up for SD as well.
Radiant's middle tower is
A
under
little bit
Hard,
more
another jump.
protection. A little deep on the Imitator underneath the tier 3. Just got a little bit greedy going for a range creep, although how confident does Phoenix feel? 2,000 gold away from that nullifier. Even if he gets onto Zeus at that stage, not going to stop all that much. Couldn't even look to buy an Aeon disc or anything like that for their defensive potential. I'll give him the cleanse now. Oh, there's a regen rune.
They do see Heart alone. BKB still on cooldown the moment for Heart. Going to be up in a couple of seconds here. They're going to be able to get the initiation and the follow-up. A lot of burst potential when we see the Techies is able to spell cast and Butterfly Effect is over to the other side as well. So that's Heart down for 70 seconds. And that'll probably be the full duration of Aegis soon to expire. But
so the question I was about to ask you before that death was, is there anything else that you think Team Bright could be doing to just close this one out? I'll give you a hint. It's you.
Hang on a second. Imitator. Oh, we found the Zeus. He got both of them. Defensive E-Blade's going to be able to keep him alive for the moment. They're doing a good job to hold Phoenix into place, but they couldn't break the cogs. Down goes the Zeus, and now Phoenix, he's going to have a free fight. There's no concern for the Templar Assassin. Summer's going to try and make quick work of Undyne, but he has to commit further into the middle to do so. Jumi, it's an ambitious attempt to charge through into the blink away, but TZY will not be able to escape as well. And it's just one by one, they end up going down. What a start to the fight from the Clockwork, getting two trapped inside the cogs.
How did they even catch them? Was it a TA trap that scouted them out?
Radiant's middle tower is under
Maybe, yeah.
Radiant's
Because I was just thinking, like, probably the one thing that you could have really been wanting out of that was a gem, so that you don't die underneath vision like that. And, well, they don't have it, but if you have got a TA trap, at least you've got a little bit of vision yourself. There's going to be the position 5 Primal Beast being taken out. There's going to be no buybacks to be able to defend against this second last Rax. And, yep, they just call the GG and instantly get on out. It's, again, a little bit unfortunate for Butterfly Effect. He finishes 8, 3, and 7. I thought he got a lot more out of that mid lane than he probably had any right to against a TA. Yes, TA still farms, but that's what TAs do. And, yeah, really felt like...